Y'all, what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? I'm at a loss for words. Listen. I'm at a loss. I can't believe what my eyes just saw. Oh my God, with everything, with all the storylines, with Coach Prime leaving and Shadeur and Travis and everybody else and the whole Colorado stuff and everybody, this really lived up to expectations. This game is undoubtedly the best game. It's the best Celebration Bowl. It's the best Celebration Bowl ever. It's the best Celebration Bowl. Nothing else comes close. This is an ESPN Instant Classic. This is the greatest game, one of the greatest games we have seen. Everything lived up to the hype. I don't know what the hell just – oh, my God, for that boy to drop the ball. For Hayden Hagler to drop that ball. Listen, I ain't trying to be funny. I'm really not trying to be funny. Somebody needs to be with that boy for the next 24 hours. Somebody needs to, because I know what's going through his head right now, and it's not good. I know what's going through that boy's head right now, and it's not good. Oh, my God. Hagler's not playing. Hey, Blue, don't do that. Blue, don't do that, Blue. Oh, God. Nah, listen, somebody has to comfort that boy, man. Somebody has to comfort that kid, bro. I know not only is he blaming himself, but he's going to have to get on the internet and hear people talking about him. Oh, God, he's going to have to look on TV and see that replay for the next week or two. It's going to be rough for him. They killing him on social media. I imagine they is. I imagine they are. They are killing that kid on social media. I feel bad. Oh, Lord, I feel bad for him. It was right there in his hands. Oh, God, it was in his hands. And what was that last play? What was the last one? You got to – listen, to me, that on that 4th and goal, them receivers ain't fought hard enough to get open. I would have been clawing. I would have been clawing, scratching, and fighting to get open. They looked like they was looking for a call. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. You know, like, if I'm going to lose, I'm going to make sure I at least have a chance to come down with that ball. Like, I'm not looking for no flag. Like, nah, we going to be damn near fighting. To be honest with you, me and the DB. Yo, Davius Richard, man. Davius Richard is that guy. He's that guy. Best quarterback in HBCU ball. You got to give it to him. Jackson State's defense was they sold. Let me be honest with you. They sold. Jackson State's defense sold hard. They ain't played this bad all season. Them boys couldn't make a tackle. What did I tell y'all in my pregame video for the Celebration Bowl? If they don't stop Davius Richards, it was going to be a long day for them. Why? Because ever since the Coach Prime tenure started at Jackson State, they have had problems with mobile quarterbacks. They have always had trouble with mobile quarterbacks. You go back to the Campbell game. Like, they've always had trouble. And we know they're not notoriously good tacklers, like form tacklers, right? They go for the big hit. And it came back to bite them. Davius Richards is like getting so many extra yards off these hits. Oh, God. Listen, man. I know that's my next question. Where in the hell was Niles Gaddy? I need an explanation for why Niles Gaddy didn't play. I need that explanation because they needed him. And you know what? I kind of feel a way about Katron Evans, too, leaving as early as he did because you could have used him. But he wanted to go ahead and commit to Charlotte. Congratulations to him. Where was Gaddy, bro? Where was Gaddy at? And honestly, I don't want to hear no excuses about pieces being in the transfer portal. I don't want to hear it. Niles Gaddy was suspended. I'm sorry. In the chat, it better be a good reason for why Niles Gaddy was suspended. It better be a good reason. I don't want to hear nothing about he was late somewhere. Or like, I don't want to hear that. This is the championship. This is the championship. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Blue. My bad. I'm Blue. I'm emotional right now, Blue. I'm emotional right now. I'm emotional. But the reason had better be good for Gaddy to be out. That whole defense sold, bro. Shiloh, oh my God. Oh my goodness, Shiloh. Oh God. Like what was that? What was that in coverage? What was that in coverage? Why did you turn this man around? Oh God, they missed John Huggins so bad. I wish John Huggins and Joker didn't go down with those injuries. Good God, they needed him. They needed him. Oh goodness. I will say this though. Kevin Coleman and Travis Hunter have all of my respect. I would love for them to stay at Jackson State, but if they go, man, I'm a really root and continue to cover those kids wherever they go. They deserve all the respect in the world. Not just one or the other, both of them. Kevin Coleman balled out. Travis Hunter, he showed you why he's the number one recruit in the country. And that catch, my blood pressure went up. My blood pressure went up. Listen, bro. Let me check some of these calls. I'm gonna open up the call lines because I gotta hear what y'all gonna say. He had some personal things happen off the field, was less than a minute late to the meeting. Prime suspended him. Because he was less than a minute late to a meeting. At some point, you got to get over your damn pride. This is the championship. Okay. All right. Okay. Because you less than a minute cost this man to be on the sideline with no pads. When it comes to Shadeur, I don't got nothing bad to say about Shadeur. That boy gave it his all. If I was him, I would have cried. I don't know how Shadeur ain't cried, bro. I don't know how Shadeur ain't cried. I would have bawled. I would have bawled out. Shadeur gave it his all. Shadeur gave it his all, man. And for it to end like that, to put that effort first, and let's get back to Jackson State's offense. What the hell? Simeon couldn't get nothing going. North Carolina Central stopped that running game cold. Simeon was not a factor. Couldn't be. That offensive line sold. Sold, bro. I don't know who I'm more disappointed in, honestly. Nah, it's the defense. It's the defense. I've never seen them play this bad. I've never seen them miss so much tackles. And the refs, shout out to North Carolina Central. I can't even hate. I cannot hate on the Eagles. And I would not hate on the Eagles. They deserve this win because they got cheated so many times. I mean, my God, the fumble, the catch. They got cheated so many times. The resiliency of that team, the resiliency of the Eagles. Man, listen to me. That's a great damn team. That is a great damn North Carolina Central team. You hear me? And I think sooner or later we're going to have a talk on why is it that the MEAC is now 6-1 in the Celebration Bowl. We're going to have this conversation. It's something about the two brands of football. It's something about it, man. And honestly, because I cover the MEAC a little bit, but I can do more. Why are we not giving the MEAC the majority of the attention? Why? These boys go out and dominate the SWAC every year, and we ain't giving these boys no attention. That's gonna change, bro. That's gonna change. That's gonna change. Nah, man. Comments going so fast, I can't even. Giving them the timeout. What was that? What's up? Jackson State had every opportunity to win this game. Every opportunity. You had all the calls. Travis made all the plays for you. I'm not even gonna get on the play calling. We're not even gonna get on the play calling. What this little dink and dunk ass offense, Bartoloni could gladly take that mess on to Colorado, bro, because I'm tired of seeing it. Stretch the field. Stretch the field. Dallas Daniels, I think they made a point to kind of take Dallas Daniels out of the game. He was Shadeur's favorite receiver all season. Didn't really get much going on this game. I think they made it a point to really take him out, and it worked because Dallas, he didn't really have much of an impact. Somebody said, "Man, we couldn't wait for Jackson State to lose." I know. Y'all did not want them to get out there with a win. I get it. All right, I'm gonna open up these call lines, and I want to talk with y'all, man. I want to talk with y'all, bro. Let me open up these call lines real quick. We gotta have a conversation on this. Ridiculous. All right, there you go. There's the number. All right. I'm gonna even put the banner up at the bottom. That's the number. Go ahead and call in. All right, we already got one caller. We gonna be on for a minute. We gonna be on for a minute. Hey, caller, you live?
Peace, Kobe.
What's going on, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right. Hey, look, man. Okay. Hey, look. I think one of the things about the MEAC, like Sims was saying, they play an aggressive style of play in their conference. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that the SWAC is not aggressive, but apparently they don't have them hidden drills like they do in the MEAC, apparently. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that makes a difference when you show up in the contested type of games. Like last year, for example, they hate to go back to the last Celebration Bowl, but those combat catches by Shaq Davis was punishing JSU because he used his height, he used his body, and he was very aggressive from the line to the point of attack when he was catching the ball. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that can become an intimidation factor when you all the season you've been touted as being the best defense in the FCS.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then you begin to show that when you put that metal test to them, you know what I mean, you get shaken up. And so that's one thing. You know what I mean? Another thing that I noticed, like I had called in a Blue show, and since we got like 12 receivers that are 6 feet and over, 6 feet and taller. So that gave JSU problems last year. Not saying that these receivers are as talented, but it's something to factor in because those are taller targets for Davis to be able to hit. And he's got a great touch on his passes. So you can't underestimate his ability to throw because as much as he runs, he has a great command of his arm strength. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that made a difference. But the big turn, I think, for me was that fake punt.
That fake punt, yeah.
Was a big booster for their team and a turnaround. You know what I mean?
Right.
Big jump because it was unexpected. It gave the whole team a boost. And unlike, and I don't want to make this racial, but unlike the white boy from Jackson State, this white boy made the play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
So,
I get what you said.
You know what I mean? That right there was a factor. The fact that I don't think they gave proper due to Latrell and his ability to run because he's short, but he's stocky. He's one of those short, stocky, powerful runners, and they allowed him to get too many runs up the middle.
That stiff arm, oh my God, on Cam.
What you say, Kobe?
I say that stiff arm on Cam, man. That's gonna be played for a minute.
Official, and that right there, if you take that freeze frame right there and put it on the TikTok, that right there is going to be the mantle of what the MEAC says about the SWAC and any other conference that they run. And I hate it. And I hate it because I've been cheering for JSU. A 12-0 season, Prime leaving, the whole hype, SWAC champions back to back, and now Celebration Bowl loses back to back, and it hurts. It's gonna hurt for a while.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt for a while.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, the SWAC. This one's gonna hurt for a long time because the MEAC gonna say, look, you had all them 4 and 5 stars over there. You got an undefeated season. Right, coming from the SWAC, y'all making all this noise, and we dusted you twice. Even though this one here, I'm gonna say this last thing, Kobe, and I'm gonna get off and other people on.
Okay.
But I thought it was another mistake that I felt besides that fake punt. When in overtime, when you have a chance to get the ball and receive it, I know they wanted to bet on their defense, but Central has proven to you that they're not scared of the defense, and they have scored. They put up 34 points on the defense in this game. So I get the ball. I go with the momentum of Shadeur and all the receivers that we have to go score first. You make it, what they say, make it, take it.
Right.
You got the call. We want to receive it. We want to receive it. I want to have a chance to put points on the board first. That was very crucial because you allow them to take the momentum that they had on offense, go down there and score. Now the pressure is all on you to win or lose the game. And I think, that was a bad decision. I probably wouldn't have went for the 2-point conversion, even though I understand the mentality. But,
damn sure wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. I'm out of breath. My heart is sore, and I don't even know what to do. I know one thing. I'm going to have to take me a hot bath and just take a nap.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Thank you for the call, brother.
All right, keep doing what you're doing, Kobe.
All right, man. Show, man. Thank you. Hey, what do you think this does to the SWAC? What do you think this does? Like, does this leave a big black eye on the SWAC conference? Because no matter how much hype they get, no matter how good they play, they can't get past the MEAC. It just can't happen. It just can't happen. They could win the MEAC SWAC challenge. Maybe. That Celebration Bowl, it ain't happening. By the way, like the stream. For those of you who are coming in before I take the next call up, like the stream. Let's get to 1,000. We got 788 people in here. Like I said, we're going to be going for a minute. All right. So like the stream. If you would like to donate to the channel, you could do so through the ticker at the bottom. That's the cash out for the channel, or you can send a sticker. Also, please consider subscribing. We on the road to 20,000. Please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, because I know all 800 of y'all in here are not subscribed. Like, I know that. Share, like, do all that good stuff. We going all in. Hey, Carly, you live.
Hey, what's up, man? This was a great game. Both of the quarterbacks played well. Shadeur showed exactly this ain't on him.
No, it's not on Shadeur. It's not on Shadeur.
This ain't on him. He balled out. And, if they took the defense, the defense just broke. But it was a very close game. Jackson State is definitely going to miss Shadeur because the quarterback is the biggest thing. This was a quarterback battle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Richards versus Shadeur. This is the best. This is both of them played with. So, Shadeur put the ball in his hand.
Right.
That's all you can do as a quarterback. That's all you can do as a quarterback is throw it to you, and it hits your hand. It ain't like it was low, it wasn't high. So I feel for that student though, but he's definitely
he gonna need some support around him for at least the next 24 hours, man. I would I can understand what I could do to it, because at the end of the day, we get real emotional and we all like to make jokes. This is still a student athlete. This is a young man. you know, seeing all that, seeing yourself being talked to on social media, it could get to you mentally.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so yeah, he gonna need some support around him.
And then on top of that, he had an HBCU. It ain't like he's at Chapel Hill where he got a bunch of other white people. There's not a bunch of other white people. He had an HBCU, so he might be one of the few minorities. So, but it was a great game. You know, I went to A&T, Nebraska Central. They played well. But Jackson played well also. It was a good. It took overtime.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a good game though.
Yeah. Hey, but thank you for calling in, man. I got a lot of other people I got to get to. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, bro. Ooh, y'all, I don't know. I still can't get over some play. I still can't get over the Travis Hunter play. My mind's still on that. You feel me? Hey, calling you live.
Hey, man. This game was crazy.
It was crazy.
First thing I saw was when they went up 10-0 on those drives. How about that spine on that defense from Aubrey, Cam, Shiloh? Aubrey wasn't coming down here hitting them with that boomstick.
No.
He want no part of the quarterback or tailback. No part of it. Usually he in there just smash mouth. He out there trying to do arm tackle. After the game, the quarterback hug. I'm like, man, that dude huge. Now Aubrey small. He hugged Aubrey. It's like he was hugging a junior high kid. The MEAC is proven. Now, hey, real talk. Prime been saying it all year. Some of them dudes ain't them dudes. You know what I'm saying? And it was that time period. Let's be honest. I actually thought the D-line did pretty good for Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know Miles wasn't playing. I didn't even realize that. But that linebacker core, they wasn't doing what they was usually doing. Man. And I just saw that. I think Shadeur really proved he that dude. He had about 2 mistakes, missing on a 2-point conversion. He was staring down a favorite receiver when he shouldn't have.
Yeah, Shadeur had his fair share of mistakes for sure, but I'm not putting this game on him. He delivered when he needed to.
Oh, no. He proved that he was the truth. He proved that.
Yeah, he delivered when he needed to.
Receivers for JSU, the truth. And you can see the SWAC is faster than the MEAC. But the MEAC, them boys pro ready on that in the trenches. You're not playing in that conference unless you big and tough.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't gotta have speed. Them boys in that weight room. And it showed. They couldn't even take down the quarterback, man.
No.
No.
Davius had his way, man. Davius was weight room. Davius showed them boys the weight room, bro.
Weight room. On that sideline, we took the sideline, there's 4 of them on him. 2 linebackers and 2 corners. Couldn't get him up out of there. I said, man, if the 99 on defense wasn't chasing down him or the quarterback, them boys would have ran for 400 yards. It wasn't for 99. That big boy was running downfield catch stuff.
Yeah, he was.
Where he came from, but he getting his time. I think his last name was Williams. 99, I think he's Williams. So he had some touchdown saving tackles running them boys down from behind because they're not fast, but man, they in them trenches. That's all I gotta say. Hey man, SWAC they're not gonna beat them. They ain't got the size, man. And man, JSU next year, I don't see them boys coming in there doing nothing. They can't recruit the trenches, baby. All right, appreciate you.
All right, man. Thank you. Do y'all think Jackson State is gonna be back next year? What chance do you give them? What chance do you give Jackson State of being back next year? Because a lot of people gonna go the FAMU route now. Hey, Carly, you live?
Hey man, I really think that the SWAC they have to get rid of the SWAC championship. It's putting them at a disadvantage. Having to play an extra weekend, giving the MEAC opponent a whole month to prepare. And we've just seen it the last 7 matchups.
So you think it's the SWAC championship that's the problem?
Yeah, honestly, because that's the only difference I see. I think that's the reason why the MEAC always has some sort of weird advantage. But look, I honestly don't want to blame it on the tight end. So, like, I'm just looking at a bunch of stuff that could factor into why Jackson State wasn't on point. But I'm looking at the sideline. Why do we keep bringing celebrities and all these distractions to a championship game? This is not going to work at Colorado. That's all I have to say.
I don't think them celebrities gonna want to come up there to Colorado in that cold. But I get what you're saying. All right, let me get to the next caller. Hey, caller, you live?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's up, Kobe? This Malachi.
What's going on with you, man?
Not much, man. To me, this is the best celebration ball I don't see since I've been alive. But I'm gonna say this though. If he being that he left on a bad note and stuff, it's sad because if he going to Pac-12 and he bring that type of offense that dink and dunk to Colorado, Oregon, Washington, USC, Oregon State, they're gonna run them right. They're gonna run them right out the stadium on everything. For real though, but shout out to shout out to NC because did you see what happened to Cameron Craig Tillman?
Yeah. Oh God. And you know what I hate about it?
When I didn't think it was gonna happen like that. I said, damn, he sent old buddy to the shadow realm. You baptized for it.
You know what I hate most about that stiff arm, man? What? Cam has been playing lights out since his freshman year. And that one play on the national stage gonna get more. It's gonna get more attention than his production at Jackson State so far. That's the sad thing.
Yeah, and that is true. Like it's gonna go all on.
So it's gonna go viral.
Especially TikTok, it's gonna go viral.
Yeah,
it really is. But I'm gonna end it on this, and I'm gonna let everybody get on. Davis Richardson. I knew this right from the third or fourth game, and also I was cool for JSU, but it is what it is, though. But Davis Richardson, that's an NFL quarterback, and if anybody's saying he's not, you know what? I want some of that good old Nemeki and Kush that you smoking. You can't see that. See you, man.
All right, man. Thank you for the call. Now, when it comes to being an NFL quarterback, that's another thing, though, because that RPO works for him. It was made for him, so that's why he's able to run it so good. But we'll see we'll see. He got time. The man got another year. That's the crazy thing. Oh my God, they could probably be back, probably, because the MEAC ain't easy to get out of. Hey, caller, you live?
Hey, what's going on, my man?
What's going on with you?
Hey, man, first of all, I want to say you have a great show. I've been following you ever since I started following Deion Sanders and his mission to go to Colorado. But I want to say that I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here. I'm 1 mile away from the stadium, and I'm tuning into your show, man, because you got the best thing going on ever since I joined and started following you 3 weeks ago.
I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. So I want to say, are you going to follow Colorado once you go up there and everything, or what city are you based out of anyway?
I'm in South Carolina. So when I started the channel, it was HBCU mostly, but it was FBS football as well. And I got away from that because HBCU just caught my attention, but now I'm getting back to doing both. So yeah, I'm not going to follow his every move at Colorado, but I will make a few videos if he does something big here and there.
Well, good stuff. Well, I'm a graduate from Alabama State University. I am SWAC. I'm an older guy on your show right now. Eddie Robinson was my roommate, which is the coach now at Alabama State. We was inside Card Hall. But I do want to say to that caller that call, we need our SWAC championship. I mean, 2 weeks off is good. Just because the other team had almost a month off, it don't mean anything. I think if you don't have enough time off, you can play better anyway. So we're not going to put that on Jackson State because of the fact that they was able to not have that much time off. The mistakes was done on both teams, and it was just a great game. I had to say that this is the best game I ever seen in Black college football, attending all the home games of Alabama State University, as well as we mentioned earlier that when we played Howard University here in Atlanta, Georgia, that was a good game to kick off. But you know what? We are going to win this way. I don't see nothing going on with the Celebration Bowl. I understand we may be 8 games in, but the SWAC will pick up. We got the fast kids in the SWAC. And that trenches thing that other caller said about them being on the line, being able to dig in, I see that. That is a blessing for the MEAC. But you know, with Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman, they're gonna show up. They're gonna show up and represent the SWAC. It might be over for Jackson State right now, but I believe FAMU, Bethune-Cookman, and Southern and Grambling will be coming back to represent the SWAC, rightfully so.
Okay, so you think it's over? You think it's over for Jackson State after this?
Yes, because if he's gonna bring his Louis to
Colorado,
that's about 10 people leaving. So it's a wrap basically, because even the people that was coming in, they're gonna go to the other alternative schools that they was planning on going to anyway. I've been a Deion Sanders fan all my life. Just like Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, all of that. So I only started following Jackson State only because Deion was there, just like the other players that's not going to come now because Deion is leaving. Now, Deion don't have a lot of room over there at Colorado because some of those people at Colorado are still the best players according to the Pac-12. So they are still good over there. He ain't going to cut all of them, but he's going to do good. If Deion Sanders go 5 and 7 over there, it's been a good season for him this year.
Okay, I got you. Thank you so much for calling in, man.
Thank you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. God bless.
Yes, sir. God bless. Yo, my heart reach out. I can't stop thinking about that kid, man. Hagler. It was Hagler who dropped the pass. I can't stop thinking about it, man. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for him. Hey, caller, you live.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is my first time calling in the show, man. You're doing a good job. But my whole family is from CIAA. I'm from North Carolina. And all I want to say is for the past 2 years, them Carolina boys is built different. From South Carolina to North Carolina, we built different.
Yes, sir. You know that. You know. Come on now. Come on now.
Hey, I just called in to say that, man.
Hey, thank you for the call, my brother. Back to North Carolina Central, because, I mean, we're going to talk about Jackson State a lot, clearly, but, man, North Carolina Central, hell of a season. You guys deserve this win. Every opportunity that you had was, being taken away from you from the refs, and yet you still found a way to pull it out. Davies Richards is the truth. Coach Oliver, I think that's the coach's name, Coach Oliver. He has those guys well trained, bro. Well trained. Hey, caller, you live.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, so I have an observation. I don't think Aubrey Miller is an NFL talent. Just based on this game today, I think he hurt his chances.
You think he hurt his chances at getting drafted?
Yeah, I just he didn't make any impact. He also missed that goal line tackle. I just don't think. I mean, if he can't even make a play like that, there's no way he's going to do well in the NFL. That's just my observation.
So all right. So have you watched him this whole season, or you basing this off of today's game?
I've been watching him, but that's in the SWAC, bro. That's in the SWAC. We're talking about like the MEAC is an entirely different conference, and that's why I think Deion and JSU should have played some non-SWAC teams other than Campbell. They should have played a Power 5 because you get experience and you get to test yourself against elite talent. I think that's what affects him. It seemed like the game was too fast for Aubrey Miller today because he didn't make any impact. If you talk about being like if you would have had James Houston like last year in the same game today, he would have made a bigger impact. Aubrey Miller did not make a big enough impact, and scouts saw it. If I saw it, I'm looking at him. I saw it. Believe me, scouts are seeing it too. I think he definitely hurt his chances.
I mean, we all saw because we was looking for him to do something how that defense was playing, but yeah, we'll see. You know, he still has the invite to the Senior Bowl, I think it was. So you know, he has a chance to build that back up, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the call. Oh yeah, Aubrey Miller, man. Aubrey Miller. I'm not gonna say his stock dropped dramatically, but man, you got to consider this game. I mean, he didn't show up in the biggest stage. He didn't show up, which is very uncharacteristic of him. Hey, calling you live.
Hey, this is my name is Bakari. I'm Detroit.
Say it again.
Hey, my name is Bakari. I'm Detroit. I just wanted to basically, congratulate some of them young black men out there doing their thing, and congratulate Jackson State. They didn't pull it off, but we as black men, we always got to root for other black men to be successful.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, that's all I was saying, man. It's a travesty that we as African Americans always want to see other successful black people have downfalls and pitfalls, man. I'm not that way, so I just want to, congratulate all the young black men out there, and I wish all of them the best and be successful in life.
Hey, appreciate that positivity, caller, because a lot of people gonna get negative in a minute. Thank you, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I have a question, and for everybody calling as well, what do you think this is going to do to Coach Prime legacy? Because when he first came to Jackson State, he talked about dominating. He talked about dominating. He said, I'm going to dominate. We're going to finish this. I'm going to finish what I started, and I'm going to dominate. And going 0-2 in the Celebration Bowl ain't a good look, man. This is why I wasn't a fan of him leaving this year. Like, this is why. Like, my boy, you did a lot. You did a lot of great things at your time at Jackson State. You did a lot of great things in the regular season. You're leaving with a winning record. But the fact that you are now 0-2 in the biggest game of the year, man, that's not a good look. That's a black eye. Hey, calling you live.
Yo.
What's going on, bro?
That was a great game by both sides. Congratulations to North Carolina Central. I hate to see Jackson State go down their way after this long, hard-fought season of just straight dominance. I do want to spotlight number 3, Kevin Coleman. Man, he had a heck of a game. St. Louis native. That's where I'm from, St. Louis. Woo woo. Also, defense just shrunk today. They never to give up that many points. Is just so uncharacteristic of the defense. I just don't know what happened today.
Defense was very much disappointing, man. I said they was going. When it comes to playing assignment football, they can't they don't know how to play reckless and play their assignment. They can't. They got it has to be one or the other with them. It can never just be controlled chaos with that defense, and that's something they've always had a problem with.
And we noticed the last 2 games with the game against Southern and the dual threat quarterbacks, we just can't seem to stop them.
No, Jackson State always had a problem with that.
Man, also that catch by Travis Hunter at the end of the regulation was just crazy.
Man,
it's crazy.
I think we all yelled at the TV when Travis came down with that because I thought I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought the game was over with. Man. But when Travis came down with that, man, it just hurts that he has to leave after that kind of performance in the biggest game for Jackson State, it hurts that he got to leave, man. But it is what it is.
Yeah. I appreciate you having me, man. I appreciate all the content you bring to us, and definitely staying locked in with you, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you for the love, brother.
Appreciate it.
Again, guys, go ahead and like the stream. I do not know where the likes at. Somebody tell me where the likes at, but go ahead and like the stream, share it so it can reach out to other people. If you would like to support the channel, you guys subscribe, all right? Or you can, if you would choose, so you can make a donation to the channel either through the bottom of where the Cash App is, or YouTube gives you the option. Forgot what you call it, thing, a super sticker or whatever. But anyways, hey, at least like it. Like the stream for your boy, please. That's all I really want. Like the stream. Hey, caller, you live.
Yes. This is such a hard fought game. Really sucks to one of these games ever. Like, I'm so glad that I'm not in Atlanta and I decided last minute not.
I can barely hear you. Say it again.
Oh, I was saying I was sick last year when we lost, but this year it's not as bad because we played a really good game. But I think some of the blame can be put on all these antics of crime the last couple of weeks. Like, that has to affect the defense because we don't know people they put in a good front, but at the end of the day, you don't know if you're going to Colorado or if you have to enter the transfer portal, and then you have your head coach, and he keeps on getting on jets every 2 to 3 days, and you're not able to lock in and focus. So I think that when we look back on it, it's going to be, once again, prime joke, but he has to hold some accountability for everything that's gone on this past week.
Right.
And the penalties, because Jeremiah Brown, I've never actually seen him do that before. And the refs did let Jackson State get away with a lot of stuff. This game probably wouldn't have been even this close had the refs called some of those calls correctly. So I'm not going to pretend like Jackson State didn't get a lot of help. And then my last comment was, I thought that they should have I think we've maybe got 1 or 2 2-point conversions this whole season. I definitely think they should have just took the 1 point.
Right. Exactly. I did.
There, we win 35 to 34. That
Right.
Travis Hunter touchdown and Mata field goal, we would have won 35 to 34. I think we maybe have only got 1 or 2 2-point conversions. So it didn't make sense right there to do that. You should have just took the point because we were already winning. And then another thing, I don't think Shadeur should have said, let's go on defense first for the overtime. I don't think that was a good idea. That's all I have to say.
You made some great points, and I'm gonna talk about one of them right now. Thank you. Yeah. Let's talk about Jeremiah Brown. Jeremiah Brown and those stupid penalties. Man, why did they even keep him in as long as they did? Once he knocked Davius Richards down, he was out to me. I was taking him out. Why you even give him a chance to get himself ejected? I was taking this man out. It wasn't making a difference anyway because Davius and North Carolina Central, they was going down the field regardless. Those stupid penalties, man. It was Jackson State defensively was just so uncharacteristic today. And I mean from every aspect. I mean, not only just giving up the yards and just losing all this momentum to North Carolina Central, but to be as hot-headed as y'all were, to be as hot-headed as they were. I've never seen that from them. Not as a unit. They were frustrated. They were frustrated that they couldn't do anything with North Carolina Central. If you ask me, they was more frustrated than they was with South Carolina State. And that wasn't even a close game. Them boys was frustrated, man. You come into this game ranked number 1 and number 2 in every major defensive statistical category, and this team took it to you, and you didn't know how to handle it. Oh, it was just hard to watch. It was hard to watch. Hey, Carly, you live.
Man, what's up, Slim?
What's going on with you, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. Hey, man, that was one of the dopest games I ever seen, bro. One of the dopest games I ever seen.
Most definitely.
But there's a couple things I saw I really rock with too much. For one, I think the boys at Jackson State, I think they were distracted again. Same thing happened last year. Post pregame distractions with Deion making his announcement, and last year with them bringing in Travis Hunter. I think them boys, they opened up their game a little bit. But I gotta shout out my man T for stepping up, man. Travis came through in the clutch. My man was on it. He kept them boys in the game, put that on to overtime. That was dope, man. That was dope. It would have been nice to see them boys get a W for Deion's out of there, man.
Right.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you letting me get on the call, man. Much love to you, Coach.
Hey, much love to you too, brother. I appreciate you calling in.
All right.
It's so sad. First of all, I want to see what the narrative is going to be the next couple of days about Prime leaving the SWAC 0-2 in the championship game. But I feel for these kids, man. Oh, they put that work in this season. I feel for them to go out like that. This is a game where you're sad that somebody had to lose. You're sad that somebody had to lose. I'm so happy for North Carolina Central and the MEAC because their dominance continues because we know they don't get enough fair coverage, but man, these kids really put the work in, man. I'm so sad that this happened to them. Hey, Mr. Ford, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me, Coleman?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, before I start talking football, first and foremost, I want to say congratulations to Jackson State on a historic season, to the Jackson State family and the nation, to the administration, and Coach Prime, his coaching staff, and his players. You had a great season. This season will be talked about for many years. Also, I want to say congratulations to the North Carolina Central Eagles family and for all that you have done. I want to apologize. I really haven't paid a whole lot of attention to you like I should have. You shocked me. I originally thought that Jackson would win by at least 2 touchdowns. With all that said, I got a wish list, Kobe. And I came up with this wish list during this game. And my wish list is this. I want to see these people come into the SWAC as head coaches. Chennis Berry, Jay Hobson, Damon Craig. I'll probably be hard to get Damon Craig right now. He's the quarterback coach at Texas A&M. And it was one other. I can't think who the fourth person was, but I would just like to see those people come into the SWAC. I really would, as head coaches. Let me say that I thought that I keep hearing your people talking about the defense, and I know they were not that dominant, but I want to say this. To me, the best offensive line coaching and the best offensive line play that I saw all year was North Carolina Central.
Agreed.
Whoever the coach is, who is the offensive line coach for North Carolina Central, he is a hot property from here on. Now, he can go anywhere because Central's offensive line was not only big, but they were dominant. They basically nullified that number 30, Jason Marcier, the kid that transferred from Florida International. He wears number 31.
Right.
That defensive lineman for Jackson. He's been raising hell all year. Today, he was null and void. They demoralized him. One of the things that happened with the boy you was just talking about, that Brown kid, 42, he lost his composure.
Right.
They were chipping him. They were beating him one-on-one. He just totally lost. And you're correct. He should have been taken out of the game when he hit that Davion Richards, that cheap shot he put on him. he should have been taken out of the game, which you saw eventually he was kicked out of the game. But that's the best offensive line play that I have seen all year. That's what I've been talking about that I want to see in the SWAC is offensive line coaching and offensive line play like that. Now, the other thing, this is the worst officiated Celebration Bowl I've ever seen. I thought last year's team did the best officiating crew they had was last year. This crew this year was terrible.
Horrible.
Jay Walker pointed out on one play it was 3 penalties, and guess how many penalties were called?
No.
None. There's none. It was 3 penalties on the play, and they called none. So I just want to put that out there. This was the worst. Now, as far as that tight end concerned, I've seen that a million times in coaching. He just didn't execute. That play that he ran, he scored on that play against Florida A&M. That same play. That's the kid from Marshall. Mm-hmm. He's a transfer from Marshall. Okay? And he just – now, I think he's been hurt. I'm not making excuses, but I think the kid has been hurt the whole year. And I have been asking people where it was, and everybody would say he was hurt. But he just didn't execute. Now, y'all can go back to Super Bowl history. There was one year when it was the Dallas Cowboys versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Roger Staubach threw a pass right to Jackie Smith, who should be a Hall of Famer if he's not, and he dropped it. And that's the first thing I thought about. But did you have any questions for me, Coleman? Did you want to ask me anything?
You know, when it comes to Shadeur, do you put any blame on Shadeur today, or do you think, do you think he's null and void of any blame?
Has a lot of heart. Listen, Shadeur has a lot of heart. He showed it today. They beat his behind. Those defensive linemen came and put some licks on it, but he didn't quit. He didn't quit. I think now, I'm going to be honest with you. I was telling some people at the school that Shadeur only plays 1 year at Colorado. After next year, Shadeur comes out. He's only going to play. Now, here's the thing. This is what I told Kobe. They get smashed by Utah. They get smashed by Southern Cal. They get smashed by UCLA. They get smashed by Washington. They get smashed by Oregon. Now, the rest of them, now think they got to play TCU. That's probably a smashing. Now, they can win the other games. But them teams I just called out, those are bad beatdowns. And I believe after the beating that they will put on Shadeur, he comes out. He comes out. Now, I hear everybody talking about Shiloh and his play today. Now, it's a known fact. Shiloh plays better when he's close to the line of scrimmage. He plays like a linebacker. When it comes to coverage, that's not his thing.
It's not.
Now, for them to have him at free safety, that's a coaching problem. They know that he can't cover, but he'll lay a lick on you. Right. Everybody knows that. Kobe, you know we know that.
Right.
He's shown that from day one. So that's not really his fault. They had him in the wrong position. But I believe that what's his name does one more year of college football, and then he goes pro. He goes pro. Now, let me just say this to these people putting in your chat that it's over for Jackson State. Let me just tell you this. We went over Jackson State's roster this week. It's a lot of talent left, baby.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing about TC. If TC goes out and get a top-notch offensive coordinator, top-notch defensive coordinator with the position people, Jackson ain't going nowhere. Because let me just tell you this. Even if Prime takes 10 of them boys to Colorado, it's so much talent in Jackson.
Right.
It is so much talent in Jackson. The main thing that TC's got to do, I hope he don't come in talking about he going to call the plays. I hope he don't come out talking about he going to be the offensive coordinator and all that. Go and get a reputable, quality, championship offensive coordinator, preferably somebody from the league or preferably somebody on a higher level. Okay? Now, I personally believe Jeff Weeks should be given the defense coordinator job. Okay? Now, that's another thing. This guy, Trey Oliver, this guy put together a staff in what? He's been there, 2 years? How long has he been at Central.
I don't think he's been there that long.
Listen, this guy put together a dynamic. Tonight I'm going to look up who is the offensive line coach. Now, Kobe, you saw it for yourself. Whoever that offensive line coach is for Central, that guy's good, man. That guy is good.
Yes.
That guy, as far as wedge blocking, one-on-one, they are all fundamentally sound.
Mm-hmm.
They brought a kid from South Carolina. He came in, one of the offensive linemen got hurt. And the kid came in as a second stringer. He's from Burns. Let me tell you something. I ain't got to tell you, you're from South Carolina. You know if you can play about a Burns, you're getting big-time boys.
Yeah.
Every year, Burns is in the top 5 in the country.
That's true.
Okay? So if he's going to recruit like that, listen, Central will be back next year. I hate to tell you, Central will be back. Okay? But I want to say this to you people, and let me say this to all y'all running around there talking about FAMU going to take over the SWAC. Willie Simmons' biggest problem is his president. Don't let nobody fool you. That's his biggest problem is his president. His president don't care nothing about sports. Okay? That little girl that they bringing in, Tiffany Dawn Sykes, we don't know what she going to do. We don't know what she knows. Now, they say she's good with compliance, but it's more to being an athletic director than compliance. So I'm just telling y'all now, hold your horses. Next season could be better than this season in the SWAC because there's going to be more parity. Now, everybody knows when Deion would come into the room, he sucked up all the air. Okay? But let me tell you something. TC can be better. But the key for TC is don't go get your homeboys. Go get a quality staff. That's what Deion did. He went and got a quality staff. I'm saying to TC, you got to do the same thing. Don't come in with that homeboy stuff. Don't come in because he played with me and Jackson. Don't do that. Go get quality people who resume states that they are quality and that they're championship. Did you have anything else for me, Coach?
No, sir. That's all. Thank you for the call, Mr. Floyd.
Okay, have a good night here.
All right, you too. Let me ask y'all this. Next year, the very first game off the bat is my dogs, my South Carolina State Bulldogs versus Jackson State. What y'all got for that? That's an interesting matchup right there. He just got a lot more interesting to continue considering who's leaving and who's staying. Hey, caller, you live.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir, I can.
What's going on, Kobe? First, I want to say, man, shout out to NC State for what they done. I'm over here, NC Central, say whatever, you know what I'm saying, for they win, man. And I was at the game, man. And, bro, man, it was so intense in there. But you know what, man? We messed up from the beginning, man, because it shouldn't have never been that close, man. We didn't come in the way we were supposed to. Our O-line wasn't holding up long enough for us to get our synergy with our run game, man. Because Simeon, you know how he normally run the ball, man. It was none of that happening. They defensive line was suspect, but they were just stacking it so much that Simeon really couldn't go off the way he normally to give JSU that running, passing flow. But he still did his thing, but it just wasn't flowing like it normally would do. And I just, you know, and also, man, our defensive line, man, you know what, man, we have never played this weak, our defensive line, man. And then another thing we was missing Big Country. It was missing Katron Evans. The key starters all during the season that made us what we were, that helped us. And we had that rotation. But even though it wasn't no excuse, the backups came in and did their thing during the season, but they were supposed to be balling out, man. We let them stay in the game too long. They went up 10-0, then we got back, got the momentum, but the defense kind of got relaxed, man. And like I said, the quarterback, that was a big boy. I'm looking at him two and one person trying to tackle him, and he ain't going down. Then another person coming over, he still ain't going down. And they made adjustments, but we really never clicked on defense the way we was playing all year. You know what I'm saying? I remember he can't do everything when we play in position. Then you got to go back and read for passes, all of that. So it makes a difference for him when the defensive line is not getting in the backfield causing havoc like they was all season. So that hurt us. And then another thing, we got exposed on even though we got a good defensive back
team. But when you're tackling up, you're tackling up high, and you're not grabbing down below a stiff. They already little. When you get stiff arm like that, what you think is gonna happen up high? I mean, you already little. You trying to go high, and he stiff armed you. You gave him what he needed. You're supposed to go low, especially if you're already low. Grab a leg or something, because there was a couple of runs that could have been stopped short without them getting those extra yards that we could have got off the field. And then another thing, Shiloh, man, the play is over, man. You had the man one. We could have got the ball back, bro. And he go hold the man. It was unnecessary. He played a decent game, but that play, you got to just come off of it. You already won, but you didn't think they was going to see that hole. So that, the punt fake, that hurt us big time. You know, they was doing some trick plays, so you got to watch out for that, because Jackson State, we start getting the momentum. We start getting them off the field. We was getting them the punt. We was getting the momentum back. But that fake punt, that was the score. Shiloh's pass interference when we should have got the ball, that was another score. And then the fake, you know, the trick play in the end zone, man. So, man, we got a caliber of a lot of things, man, that hurt us. But the most about this is it hurts TC going in the next year, man. We the one this, it gave an extra momentum by Deion going out the door. But this hurt us. And then, you know, like they were saying, Deion going back and forth to Colorado on planes. You know, he happy and different things, even though he was still locked in the JSU. And that's my man. But it hurts, especially when you lost, because people going to say what they want to say. We about to get roasted. And it's sad that T.C. Taylor got to stay there and defend this for himself coming up next year. But we're going to be good. But, man, it just hurt when we had the opportunity to win and then go up by 10 points. When we got up by 14, we had a chance to go up, but we didn't do what we were supposed to do when we got the ball back. I'll take a question from you real quick, man, but, you know, it hurts, man. But that's what we get when we let them stay in the game too long.
So you think Jackson State allowed North Carolina Central to stay in the game too long? Because watching that game, North Carolina Central came off the bat with the momentum out the gate.
No. What I'm saying is no. That's what I'm saying. They got up on them. Then the momentum shifted. Remember, we went up 14 to 10.
Yeah.
And then the momentum started shifting on us. We had got the ball back. We had stopped them, right? They punted to us. We had got the ball back. And we didn't score nothing on one series after that, which we could have got. But our defense was starting to lock in. They was adjusting to their playing. It was a few times we was going back and forth. But like I said, so the momentum was shifting. And you got to realize the trick plays that kept them in the game. The punt, that, remember, it was third and fourth down. The punt,
the fake punt,
got them all the way down to what, the 15, 20. But look, that's what I'm saying. The dude they stopped the dude on like the 40, but he broke the tackle and got down to the 20. That shouldn't have never happened, man. Take that 7 points away right there. And then you look at some of the other plays, like the calls that got the unnecessary roughness plays. It all comes together when you lost the way you lost, man. That's what I mean by that.
Okay, hey, thank you so much for calling, man.
Yes, sir, man. Keep up the great work, man. And I'm going to keep following you, man. And I believe that, like I said, JSU going to have a good time next year, man. They're going to get better. But it's going to be a long road, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. At some point, and I'm not saying that the reasons that y'all are giving that contributed towards the Jackson State loss isn't valid. You know, I think the distractions played a part, but I'm not going to make excuses for Jackson State either, because they was pretty close. We don't have to credit North Carolina Central at some point for how good they played. We don't have to credit them. Nugget just declared for the. He ain't waste no time. I see. Okay, all right. Nugget. I wish Nugget nothing but the best. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, caller, this you, Timona?
Yeah, I had to call back.
Okay.
I wanted to say that the O-line did good. It's just Shadeur will drop back like 10 to 15 You cannot hold the ball for that long.
Mm-hmm.
Holding it because he couldn't get anybody free, and then usually he does his little scramble. Like a lot of those plays where he got sacked, he just dropped back way too far. And I also wanted to say that overall, I feel like the offense did a good job. Rico Powers had some drops. I think he dropped every last one of the balls that was thrown to him by Shadeur. He dropped them. And on Kevin Coleman and Travis Hunter to be true freshmen and to have that great of an impact on a championship game like that, it speaks volumes to their talent. But then again, I think it also speaks to the other players on the team not stepping up in one of the biggest games of probably their college career, not stepping up and not being playmakers. We usually see the DBs contesting throws, and they were getting thrown on them, and they were not. I didn't even. I think I only seen like one or two balls that were contested for the quarterback, and then not stopping the run. The defense faltered in that point. Like they couldn't stop it after the safeties couldn't tackle the people. They couldn't do any open tackles. So overall, I think that when we look back on this game and we look at how Jackson State normally plays, the defense came up short in this game.
Okay, I agree with you. Let me get to the rest of these callers. Look, I think they coming in. Thank you for calling, someone. Hey, Matthew, I know you watching. Matthew, give me your last four. Give me your last 4 digits so I can get to you. It's not me purposely choosing other people over anybody. It comes in a list. So I got 5939. Let me look you up. By the way, we just been talking about that stiff arm going viral. The notification just popped up on my phone. I feel so bad for Cam, bro. I really do. Hey, what's good, my boy?
Appreciate you, Toby. Appreciate you, brother. Man, look, love all that you do. Man, the 7 McGee video that you did, man, keep those coming because, after Monday, now we need to know who's going to be retained.
Right.
It's Matthew from Minneapolis, JSU grad. Look, I honestly think this was, I'm going to talk to the support. This was honestly probably the worst coach game defensively that we've seen in a primary, right? Like, not only was it in terms of the play calling on the defensive side of the ball, but also the personnel, right? Yeah, did you see John Huggins? John Huggins was he was healthy for this game.
John Huggins was healthy? I thought he was hurt.
Yeah, John Huggins was healthy. Go watch the game again. John Huggins was healthy, right? Why Shadeur Sanders was playing over him, that makes no sense.
Right.
John Huggins 3-4 times better than Shadeur Sanders in pass coverage and in tackling. It's not even close.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even close. Aubrey, right? Let's talk about I got to keep it a whole buck, man. I love, you feel me? True blue, you feel me? I love my college, but he played bad against Southern.
Right.
And he played bad against it was probably his worst 2 games, to be honest, Kobe. I'm keeping it a buck.
Mm-hmm.
Aubrey did not play well this game in Southern. Go watch the tape. Also, right? So I don't really think their offense. Let me give credit to them, right? North Carolina Central, right? Let me give credit to them. I will say this. Davius Richards probably. I would say he's probably the second best running quarterback in all of FCS. And I would say the only quarterback that's better than him is who I saw last night,
Lindsey Scott. Yeah.
He's very hard to tackle. He's big. He always falls forward. And then they have some really good play calls. But if you look, he kind of had like a little short limb. I don't know. The personnel on the defensive line, I didn't really understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Devontae Davis got in a couple plays. We needed beef. We needed big men who could move on the defensive line.
Mr. Ford was absolutely right. Jason Mercier, the kid from that fight, he was getting killed. Like, he's 6'5", 238.
Right.
Like, why is he playing? Like, I know we run that 4-6 bear front, you know, and then we run that mumbo jumbo front, but we didn't blitz that much game, and we didn't have that much speed. I believe if number 99 was he played a lot, and number 97, you feel me? Not having number 91 hurt us, right? Jerriante Davis, he had a good game. Number 32. It's just, I also think there were some run plays that weren't the trick plays, right? The fake punt, the pass to Davius Richards, the 2-point conversion. Like, there were some plays where they took advantage of our aggression.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think we were in our right run fit when we were blitzing. I think we were too overzealous, you know, I would have just put like eight in the box and not necessarily blitz, and it would just been like, let's just tee off, you know what I'm saying? Let's read the A gap, let's read the B gap, and then let's see where David Richards gonna go. I just, yeah. But like I said, I'm excited for the videos you about to come out with, because I know you about to, you like the black 247 court. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
No. But what do you think of the game?
Listen, I thought it was the greatest game this year that was played this year. Better than the UI game, North Dakota State game, to be honest with you, last night. Listen, by far the best celebration bowl we ever seen. Man, this is a game where, you know, you hate that a loser had to happen, but I enjoyed it. Even though I was going for Jackson State, obviously I enjoyed it. I'm not mad at North Carolina Central winning. They were the better team. You know, they overcame a lot of bad calls. I loved it.
Yeah, they played well. We'll keep doing what you're doing, man. Look, I know it's the off season, but it's not the off season for you. We need to know, because who knows who's getting recruited by UAPB? Who knows who's getting recruited at all points? You do marvelous work, Kobe, for real.
Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Yep, you too. Yep, peace.
All right, man. All right. Hey, 8333, you live.
Hey, Kobe, you kind of took my thunder there when you said it was the greatest game of the season, and that's the reason I was calling in. Yeah, absolutely right. You know, we as people, we watch the game as critics, and some of us watch the game as fans. Now, the ones who watch the game as a critic, they see nothing but what went wrong in the game. But from a fan perspective, man, let me tell you something here. My heart was pumping. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. That game was so good.
Oh, we all had a heart attack watching this game.
Oh man, it was exciting. I'm telling you. Not only that, it was the best game that I've seen, bar none, whether or not it's Power 5 or anything else. That was a heavyweight fight, man. I'm telling you.
All right.
I mean, a heavyweight fight. I mean, it came down to that last drop ball that white boy did in the end zone in his hands. I'm telling you. That's all I got, man. I'm just saying that was a hell of a game. I'm just so sad that it's over, and we have to wait until next season to see exactly what's going to transpire next year. But, man, let me tell you something. I'm a Jackson State fan. I was rooting for Jackson State, but in the end, that number 5 on North Carolina, I don't know who he is, but that boy should be playing professional ball, for real.
He's a great player.
I mean, my God. I'm out, man. Hey, thanks for taking my call, man.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. All right. 6542, you live.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, I'm just gonna state my opinion real quick, but as far as I see, them North Carolina boys on their ass. You know what I mean? Because they were just overmatched as far as like power and stuff like that. And I think the quarterback, I think he did his job. I mean, and I don't see why they was letting that North Carolina boy just blast through the line. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And But I think old boy will do good in Colorado, seeing that all the talent that Deion is bringing in.
You talking about Shadeur? You talking about Shadeur?
Yeah, Shadeur. I think he'll do better in Colorado because I'm seeing all the linemen and all the people Deion bringing in. He might have better protection because them boys are overweighted. Like, them boys are just too strong for him. That's why I just see, I think they need to hit the weight room this summer and try to get a little bit more tough. Then they'll come back in. Got you.
Hey, thank you for the. I gotta get to everybody else waiting, man. Thank you for the call. I appreciate you.
All right, and I'm.
My bad, homie. I ain't meant to hang up on you. My bad. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, man, I've been waiting, but I'm here now, baby.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Hey, it was a really great game, man. But man, you look at that O-line of Central, man, it was no match. Them guys look like they played for Florida State or somebody, man, with the line that they had, offensive line. So I already knew it was going to be a problem for Jackson State, man, with that line that Central had, man. And, I kind of hate it for Deion right now because, he had to fulfill, his mission. And the fact that he took the Celebration Bowl, I really didn't like that idea. But now, he damn if he do, he damn if he don't.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think this does to Deion Sanders' legacy now that he lost 2 championships in a row?
Man, I don't. Well, right now it might be a little tarnish on his legacy right now because he lost 2 championships in a row. But he'll have a chance to redeem himself if he goes to Colorado and start winning bowls. But I couldn't. There's no way, man, that you should lose a game if you got a whole month to prepare for a team. There's no way in hell, man. You got a whole month to prepare.
So you fall on that side. You fall on that side of it. If a team has a month to prepare, they should win it. That's the side you want.
It makes sense, man. It really common sense. When they got a whole month to eat, sleep, and just dream Jackson State, man. I mean, a whole month. There's no way that you can lose. And I think a previous caller touched on that because it's like the second year that they lost back to back. And they're going to continue to lose if the opponent got a whole month to prepare for you, man. There's no way. There's no way, man, you can lose, man.
So, all right, because I know a lot of y'all say that, like you got a whole month to prepare, but you don't think they got to deal with rust for not playing for a month?
No, because then you can have some games. No, because you can go full speed in the scrimmage. At some point during that whole month, you can just go full speed as if you really, game activity. I'm like you really having the game like we going at it this week. And if somebody get hurt, then you have a week or two or whatever to maybe recover. But there's no way. I can't see it, man. I swear, man. But I'm not making no excuse. But that offensive line, bro, they were beefed up, man. And I know Deion at one point was reaching out, trying to get personal trainers to come to Jackson State and weight train the players. And then again, I don't know what kind of facility they got, but from the looks of it, it looked like they don't really have no real equipment, no real state-of-the-art equipment to get their players up to condition. But I commend them on it because I commend them, whatever program they got going, their players don't get hurt. They don't. I know throughout the season they don't have a lot of players getting hurt. So whatever strategy or whatever they're using,
you know, if they can incorporate that, man, with weight training and really getting some beef on these guys, man, getting these guys eating like they should, so that, and then I guess that comes down to recruiting too. Recruit players that, you know, some players like that. But if you can't recruit them like that, then you got to have some type of physical program that's gonna get them guys up to speed, because it's obvious that Central, man, that line, bro. For me,
all right, listen. I got you. I get what you're saying. I don't think we're gonna agree on the topic, but I do understand what you're saying, and I do appreciate you for calling in. Thank you so much, man. Get to the next caller. Y'all long-winded, but hey, caller, you live.
Hey, thanks for allowing me on. Here's a question: was that NCCU QB, was his throwing hand injured?
I don't think so. Why?
Because he had his two fingers banded up, but I thought he had a hand injury. But anyway, this is the only game I've watched from first snap to last snap.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that there was no losers in this game, because the value of HBCU play, the way it's presented on TV, Celebration Bowl, made black college football look good. Mm-hmm. That thing had me on the edge of my sofa, everything shot.
Right.
Now, the Collier kid, hey, bowling ball, low man always wins. It was a good game. Now, here's a question for you. Now, do you recall when that I think 99 on the offense on the goal line got pancaked by NCCU offensive line?
I don't think I saw him getting pancaked. I was probably watching something else. But what happened?
All right, here's the question: would you rather, if you had to choose, it's just a weird question, would you rather been Cam getting stiff arm, kid dropping the TD, or getting pancaked on goal line?
Would I rather what?
Would you rather be the kid, Cam getting stiff arms, or Hagler dropping the TD, or that DL that got pancaked on goal line?
Pancake.
Which one was worse?
Pancake. Like, you know, like most people might not see that. Most people not really watching the play of the D-line. You know, like it's too much going on in the trenches. But you getting stiff armed on national TV, you're zeroed in. Like, you dropping that pass, all the cameras are on you. All the cameras wasn't on 99 getting pancake. It was on the line as a whole. So, yeah, I want less attention to be paid as possible. But, hey, thank you for calling in, man. Let me get to the rest of the callers. I appreciate you. 9943, I'm going to get to you next. Hey, caller, you live.
Thanks for letting me in. I'm going to try to be real quick here. I just want to say congratulations to North Carolina. They played an excellent game. I'm a JSU fan. I'm from Mississippi. North Carolina just simply manhandled JSU today, point blank, period. The offensive line coach from JSU, after the first quarter, should have stopped doing the running game plays and let Shadeur throw. Shadeur proved today that he is a passer under pressure. Travis Hunter proved that he can catch as a receiver under pressure. Prime's been prime since day one. Since he's been in the NFL, he hadn't changed. That should not have been a distraction or an excuse for them to lose that game today. I don't believe that that's why they lost. Prime is going to be prime. Those kids still got to go out there and play regardless of the coach. They should have never called the play for that tight end, number 84. The moment was too big for him. Point blank, period. I think the offensive line needs to be reassigned and fired. And I think the other North Carolina's offensive coordinator need to go to Colorado with Coach Prime. Thanks for letting me in.
Oh, first of all, I love the call. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you, call. You came with facts. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Right. Nah, she came with facts. Y'all need to be more like, she wasn't long-winded. She said what she had to say, and she got it up on that. I love it. Y'all need to be more like her. Hey, caller, you live.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. What's good with you? Hello? Nah, you sound real low.
Yeah, I just want to say that Colin was absolutely correct. And I also wanted to say, man, this needs to be a focus on the main thing. Now, on the calls early in the time, man, in the year, I was fast, and I told everybody.
You going low again. You going low again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I told early in the year, I told everybody, man, they used to bash me in the comment section. I said, it does not matter how Jackson State looks or any other SWAC conference school look throughout the year. You got to show up for the cherry on top. And I said, man, it basically sours the whole situation. And two, man, I was like, everybody was like, oh, it's not going to be a dead time. No, it looks bad because again, when the all eyes, because just as much as Deion brought exposure to it, everybody sees who you are, just like North Carolina Central. We know that the MEAC needs more attention, but when it's time to show up, they showed up. And it's ridiculous that I'm a SWAC guy. I'm telling you, I don't want to hear nothing else about MEAC this tradition that. You keep getting your head stomped in, no matter how it is. A loss is a loss. Whether we got to fighting and you knocked me out, or we went down to the brawl, if you lost, you lost. The MEAC has been crushing the SWAC. I don't want to hear nothing else about a good season and anything. That game that y'all kept bashing me on, I told y'all, it does not matter how it looked. It's how you finish. Them guys showed you that they was rugged and how they finished. Everybody knew they know how to read football. Y'all knew that game was over 10-7. Right. Because I'm going to tell you why. That defense was looking up at them lights. When you start looking up at them lights and being confused, you knew that game was over. They had no answer for number 5 in North Carolina Central, because every time, no matter if it was a penalty or not, they got 5 yards a carry. 5 yards a carry. When you moving the ball like that, you're going to open up the lane for passing on the option read.
Right.
Man, look, again, nobody should never talk against the MEAC. The MEAC is king, and this from respect. The MEAC is king. Y'all bashed me early in the year. I'm telling y'all now, it does not matter who wins, goes to the game. If you do not show up in the game, it does not matter. And two, like I said, another thing as well, which I'm proving my point. The commissioner and every other SWAC conference president and AD needs to come together with the rest of these conferences and go ahead and do a 14 playoff. The NCAA finna do their 12-team playoff. It's time for us to do a 14 playoff with all the black conferences and go ahead and make our own playoff. It's time so we can actually get a HBCU media right audit. And then I didn't know Roger Goodell's nephew went to Jackson State. I hope they get an NFL historic classic going during the season to play with a SWAC and a SIAC or CIAA.
I don't think we need no more classics with HBCUs. I think they take away from home games enough. But hey, you was speaking facts, man. Up to that point, I appreciate you calling in. Let me get to the next call. I'm not. It's a lot of people in here. I can't. Hey, caller, you live?
Hey, what's up, man? I will talk about just the fact that everyone can talk about distractions and things like that. I think it's important to know that it's very difficult for anybody, players or coaches, to go into a championship game when your leader has 2 things going on. I'm not blaming Coach Prime primarily for that. You got an opportunity to go to the next level, you do it. But I think the situation could have been handled a little bit better. You got Shadeur doing a lot of media stuff, walking around. The focus just wasn't there, especially early in the first half. They were rusty. And you can tell that North Carolina Central was very locked in and focused. They punched JSU in the mouth. I just want to say, man, I just thought that they were a sharper team. The fake punt was one of those things, attention to detail things that the whole special teams coach didn't see, and they was able to almost score a touchdown off that. That was a scoring drive. Shadeur Sanders wasn't sharp on a couple plays. I just think that from a coaching standpoint, I felt that Coach Prime and his staff was out-coached, and that was the difference. Also, the size of the trenches on both sides of the ball, that was huge. They could not compete with them boys. They were doing whatever they wanted, and I just felt that they didn't have the scheme to kind of contain them. And at the end, I just felt like that was a good play call. I don't care if it was a white tight end. That was a beautiful play call. Shadeur played great. I think the better team won today. Simple as that.
Yeah, the better team won. It wasn't a bad play call at all. He just dropped the ball. That was that. But thank you so much for the call, man. Hey, caller, you live. 8011. 8011. Okay. $9021. You live.
How you?
Hello? Hello? All right. I ain't even wasting no time. 0208, you live.
Yeah, man. I just have to say this real quick. I feel like Jackson State, Deion Sanders, it's sad to say this, but he got outcoached. They got outcoached. Undisciplined.
Very undisciplined.
You know, they undisciplined, man. And the trenches, man, they showed up, man. They showed up. Shiloh got exposed. Shadeur, he played a great game. Won't put that on him. He got to get rid of that ball, though. He got to get rid of that ball. That's all I say. So that's all I wanted to say, man. He got exposed. They got outcoached.
Facts. Thank you so much for calling in. And thank you for keeping it short, man. Y'all been doing a good job with that lately. 9021, you live.
How you doing?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, there were several factors in relation to defensive analysis. The coach said during the celebration meeting that they stay in touch with South Carolina State coach quite often, right?
Mm-hmm.
And last year, South Carolina State faked them out on a punt. I have no idea why the defensive coordinators did not prepare them. I knew that was about to happen. Also, I don't think that they were more prepared for the football team of Jackson State, my alma mater. I think that certain plays, they just didn't do certain things, such as number 7 for Jackson State. The guy that ran with the fake punt, he threw his head down to tackle him lower. Why not just meet him chest to chest? He may have fumbled the ball. In addition, number 7 for Jackson State, when the quarterback on NCCU ran the ball, he threw his leg down, and what did he do? He jumped over his head. Now, in the first quarter, JSU was running the ball. They were effective in running the ball. What is their Achilles heel at North Carolina Central? Same thing what Campbell did to them. They ran the ball. Mm-hmm. I'm really glad. I'm proud of Shadeur Sanders. I'm glad Deion is moving on. So therefore, we'll have a dual threat quarterback. And then we don't have to be concerned about him often throwing a pass, because if you calculate with the data, North Carolina Central ran the ball, which meant that they kept the ball out of Shadeur's hand. They ran it so many times. They could have done the same thing. So anyway, there were just some errors of calculations, and like last year, they allowed Shadeur to continuously throw the ball. What do they say in the NFL? Run the ball. North Carolina Central ran the ball, and I land.
There you have it, man. Thank you for calling in. All right, we getting down to it. We are getting down to it, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, caller, you live.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen. I'm glad they lost, for number one. Give me 2 minutes to explain. I'm gone.
Okay.
Deion Sanders said the Lord sent him here. If the Lord sent you there, whatever back you come with, that God is going to give you the anointing and the strength to figure it all out. And he's not going to have no success in Colorado. I'm telling you, all that going to blow up in his face. Everything he's going to try to do, that's going to blow up in his face. Because you know why? Because that ain't what God wanted him to be, according to him. Simply because all the things he went through, you know, in life, including NFL, he can give them young black men that knowledge, how to come from the league, the college league to the NFL, what they expect. He was a doorway of teaching young black men how to handle success. So I believe that God sent him there
at Jackson State to be there. No matter what went on with that college, he could have figured it out. He got the people in place that he can straighten everything out. He got God with him. But like I said, Deion Sanders will not. Y'all mark my words. Deion Sanders will not have no success at Colorado. It's going to blow up in his face.
All right. Hey, thank you for the call, man. I appreciate you. I don't know what that had to do with the Celebration Bowl, but I mean, hey, I allow y'all to get y'all thoughts out. Hey, caller, you live.
Yes. Yeah, I was calling. I feel like that. Yes. Hello.
Yeah. You gotta turn your TV down. It's behind.
Okay. Yes. I feel. Yes. Hello.
Turn your TV down.
Okay. I feel like they was out coached. Okay, could you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. You gotta turn your TV down, man.
Okay, I don't have anything on.
All right.
Yeah. I feel like that they were just out coached, you know. And also the offensive line didn't show up on the run. Now they did all right on the protecting Shadeur, but they didn't do a good job opening up any holes for the running backs to run through, you know, like they normally would do. And like those little trickery plays like that, I just feel like that, you know, they were just out coached. That's all it was to it. They were just out coached, and I think they know that.
Okay. All right. Hey, thank you for calling in. They was out coached. That's your take. That's what you're going with. Hey, caller, you live.
Hello?
Yes, sir. I mean, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
It's how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Fine. I just want to say that it's a good game. I just feel really sick though, but it was a good game. I really enjoyed it.
What did you enjoy most about it?
It had me on edge.
So you didn't care. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know what you was gonna say.
I said, so you didn't really care who was going to win. You just enjoyed the game.
Oh no, I was there for JSU, man.
But you can appreciate a good game regardless of. But you can appreciate a good game regardless of who won.
Exactly. But I really, really wanted JSU to win. You know, just for a lot of other reasons, personal reasons, recruiting reasons, everything. I just wanted them to win. I wanted them to go out with 13. No, I just wanted them to go out with a bang. You know? But, you know, it was a good game, so I can appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. I like that kind of positivity. Hey, caller, you live.
Hey, hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I just feel like it was the 2-point conversion really causing that whole game because they really did would have kicked the field goal. They really would have won the game.
You think the 2-point conversion was the deciding factor?
I think so because they had, you know, if they would have kicked the field goal and then if North Carolina would have got the ball, they could have, you know, ran the time out a little bit.
Okay. All right. So that's where they messed up at to you.
I feel like it.
I got you. Anything else you would have had?
No.
All right, man. Thank you for calling in, bro. All right. Hey, caller, you live.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you good, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I want to say one thing to all the alumni out there. Please donate to your school. Donate to your school. But other than that, I want to say it was a great game. I don't blame Prime for going to the upper level. We all do that. We all do that at work. You get a better opportunity, you're going to take it. And his job wasn't to be a savior for HBCUs He did bring a bigger spotlight on HBCUs, and it's up to the boosters and the presidents and ADs to keep the light going. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak, and I hope everyone have a happy holiday season.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. Happy holidays. I wish I would have started off with y'all. Oh, my God. Carly, you live.
Hey, Kobe.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. Regardless of this loss, I'm doing fine. What's what you got to tell me?
I just wanted to say I was at the game, and just a couple of things. First of all, I want to say we want to make sure that we don't take the credit for North Carolina Central. I mean, they were just good. I don't think we can say what we want to say about Jackson State, but I'm not sure they played a better team all year than North Carolina State. But they kind of ran against a little wall there as far as a more competitive team or a well-matched team with them. Just two little things. I was in the stadium screaming when they scored and Deion put his fingers up saying go for two. I was like, please, Deion, don't do it, don't do it. And only because I knew he was going for two. He was trying to get ahead by three. I get that. But it was just so much time left in the game until I said, this game is, you have to understand the flow of the game. And I said, the way this game is flowing, it's going to be a fun burst. And you need every point. So I said, it just don't look, this ain't going to be no blowout. I think Jackson State's so used to blowing teams out, but they ain't played no team like this. They just hasn't. And I said, this is not going to be no blowout. He needs every point he can get. It's too much time left for him to go for two. Now, if he hadn't went for two, no matter, and everything had just went the way it went, that last touchdown would have been for the win. It would have been for the championship, not for the tie in the overtime. And then I do feel sorry. I'm with you, Cole. I keep hearing you say you feel sorry for that receiver that dropped the pass. I do. This happens to players that make millions of dollars a year sometimes. So, yes, I wanted to go down there and kick him in his knee when he dropped it, but on one hand. But then on the other hand, I felt I had compassion to say this is just part of the thing that kind of happened.
Right. That's a great point. That's a great point.
I know you got a lot of callers, honey, so I'm going to go off this line and let the other callers call in and be respectful. But I thank you so much for taking my call, and I'm enjoying your show.
Thank you so much for calling in. You made some great points. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, Lord. All right. She made a good point. Carly, you live.
What's up, Kobe? I wanted to finish and ask you a question after this, man. But I wanted to say, man, I'm so sick of these doggone false prophets, man. They always in their feelings about this Christian and emotional and spiritual stuff, man. Everybody got their own individual walk. They just think just because God told you one thing don't mean He'll tell you another. And here's another thing: who's to know again that God did not bring Deion here for JSU, the SWAC, and HBCUs to policy?
You went quiet. You went silent on me.
Yeah. So man, again, it could have been a wake up call for HBCUs, man. SWAC, commissioners, all of them, man. It's just to know that you need to repolish yourself off, man, to represent yourself to the tradition and the great riches that you are. Everybody talking about what God and all this stuff told Deion, it could be the answer from God to you. So again, stop sitting up here and trying to get in your feelings because you reading your Bible wrong. You don't know what that man knows, and you don't know what that man was told. Then another thing is too, man. I hope, and this is what I really question I want to ask you, Kobe. I hope that Miller did not hurt his draft stock, man, from this. Because, all eyes was on you. You going to the recent Senior Bowl, and, people really go off film when they really trying to excoriate you. I really hope he didn't hurt his draft stock, man, because his head was in the lights as well. And he was trying, but he missed a lot of tackles, man.
Well, here's the thing.
Ask you that. What do you think?
Here, the thing with that draft stock is, yes, they're going to evaluate this game because it was a big game, but they're going to go through all of his film, from the past couple of years. They're going to look at the documentary he had with Coach Prime. They're going to use all that to evaluate him. They're going to interview him. They're going to bring him in. They're going to look at how he does. during the Senior Bowl practices. That's the great thing about it. He has a lot more chances to up his draft stock if it did take a hit during this game. That's the beauty of it. So, you know, he doesn't really I understand he may be upset with his performance now, but he still has a lot of opportunities to up his draft stock going forward. So this game alone isn't going to determine his future. He has a lot of opportunities in the near future coming up. Hey, Carly, you live?
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
You live?
Hey, Kobe, how you doing, man?
What's going on, brother?
Man, my name is Andre. I listen to your channel all the time, and I appreciate all the content that you give us and everything.
I appreciate you.
I like to say that I'm sad that we lost, but I understand that the emotions and that went into this game and the tenacity of both teams. I think both teams put forth a real good effort. I think the better team came out on top.
They did.
Now I do disagree with some of the play calls that I feel like we would have been in a different space and had to play certain people had to been used differently in certain positions. It's almost like you said earlier in the year, a lot of times it ain't the time to be prideful. You always put the person that's best statistically in the game and make sure that person get a lot of touches on the game. When you got a person that got the hot hand or defensive or offensive, I feel like they should be in the game the whole game, not just certain parts of the game, you know.
Right.
And I understand we got so much depth and everything, but there was certain plays that I just felt like I said, man, I wish this person had been in, and that person had been in, or all we can say is coulda, shoulda, woulda, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, hey, the best team won. I think we'll be back next year, and we got to keep rallying forward, man. Thank you for all you do.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you. That was very positive, honestly. I love it. Honestly, I don't know what happened between Jackson State and Malachi Wyman, but I wish Malachi would have made that trip to Atlanta. That's what I want to know what happened with that. Carla, you live?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. First of all, the refs blew this game. I think that officiating crew needs to be fired. They lost control of this game. I could see about 3 or 4 personal fouls that didn't get called, and they just totally missed that. And then that shot, that timeout, spike the ball situation at the end. Mm-hmm. What was that? The play clock should have still been running.
Right.
All right. So that gave Jackson State more than enough time, and that kind of got them back in the game. So shout out to North Carolina for weathering that storm, but that was hideous. They need to be fired or put on notice or something. You can't have those on both sides, actually. I mean, just not JSU side, just not North Carolina, but the calls are hideous. I don't know where they get that officiating crew from. Number 2. Coach Prime hasn't won a national championship. It's all about winning national championships on that big level. So my thing is he worth $5 million to go to Colorado. Is Colorado that bad? I mean, so those are questions that I have lingering. He couldn't even win the national championship on the historical black college level. So you could say, well, he did this, he did do that combine, he did do a lot of other things, but when he got to the big show, he got smashed every time. And I watched every Celebration Bowl, and he got smashed and outcoached. So is that somebody worth $5 million? I don't know. Is the Pack that bad? Are they that desperate?
They were 1-11. They were 1-11 last season. So I think they'll take a couple big time recruits to get some butts in the seats, get that merch selling, get the money going, the revenue, the TV deals and everything like that. I think they'll take that right now, but once he sets an expectation, he's gonna have to start meeting that for Colorado. But we'll see down the road.
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call.
Hey, thank you. Hey, Carly, you live?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You got to turn your TV down, though.
Okay, I did.
Okay.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go ahead. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Thanks, Lord. Hello, my fellow South Carolina.
Okay, you from South Carolina? What's going on?
My cousin South Carolina State. My cousin was Genevieve. I was freshman at my college.
Hey.
Small town college still.
All right.
But anyway, great game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like ungrateful. Our players when they be ungrateful and want to put everything on the coach. We have a defensive coach, offensive coach, and the list goes on and on. That has nothing to do with Deion going to Colorado. People want to throw excuses. Defense did not show up today. At all. Point blank, period.
Right.
The O-line, isn't that T.C. Taylor line? My number 6 right now? Right?
TC.
Okay. So who called those plays?
It was Bartolone calling those plays.
Okay, well TC had something to do with it. Let's put it where it is. It was a great game.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, what happened to Tony Gray? Where was he his job? Keontae Hampton, where was he? It was a lot of people that they didn't show up, but in the end, Shadeur and Travis had to tell you, he said, come at me again, Shadeur, I'm going to show them. I ain't going to fumble and double this time. Wherever you throw it, I'm going to catch it in the end zone. And he did. So, we can't blame Deion or he take to Colorado. Why y'all wishing this man? Look what he did for Jackson State. We're going to say y'all ungrateful that Jackson State had all that before he got there? Because y'all want to talk? Like Deion said, follow the money trail and you'll find the fault. If that's why he left. Because he must have did something good. You know?
You all right? I got you. Look, I got to get to these rest of these callers, so I'm gonna let you go. But I thank you for calling in. Okay.
I just appreciate everything. I like your show.
I thank you so much. Now I know you're still watching. With Keontae graduated last year, so Keontae was not in this game, nowhere near it. Tony Gray is not a starter. Tony Gray ain't a starter. Hey, calling you live.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to tell you, I thought the game was awesome, and it's all about the HBC, and I think you guys with these podcasts are just awesome. You guys give us so much information, and it's been a dream of mine. I'm 58 years old, and I've been praying to see the HBCU colleges start to get the recognition that they deserve, and these coaches. And you stop nickel and diming us. We need to support you more, and I'm going to support you. I promise. I'm going to support you guys more, and I wish everybody's listening. We support you and get behind you. As far as Neon Primetime goes, we should not be hating on him. He took us there, and he gave us the blueprint, and then we just got to roll with it. I'm very proud of the whole HBC movement, and we're going to keep it going. I thank God for you guys, and sir, with your podcast, you're excellent, and you're going to be blessed. Awesome.
Hey,
thank you,
man. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. Hey, calling you live.
What's going on, Kobe? Hey, from Memphis. How you doing tonight?
Say it. You sound kind of low.
Okay, this Gabriel from Memphis. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna say this real quick. Well, I don't know if you know, Deshaun Warren, he decided to forego his, I guess, next season going pro.
He a senior, so he ain't really had no more eligibility left.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, it says he was going pro though. Okay, and then it's like this right here. Prime pretty much, blew that game, man. He should have, like I said, when the play right before the last play of regulation, when he threw the touchdown, instead of going for 2, he should have went for 1.
Mm-hmm.
because that last play to Travis Hunter, no second left on the clock. Hey, you kicked it for the what you call it, for the game instead of overtime.
Mm.
All right, and then when you go to overtime, you win the toss. Now, knowing that your defense hasn't played well all game, why did you give them the ball first? And then I don't know where they got the white tight end from. Okay, when it's money time, you put your money players in there. That's all I got to say, brother. You have a good one.
Got to. Thank you so much, man. All right, last caller, and then we gonna hop on some other people's lives. I know I got to be on somebody else's one. Hey, caller, you live?
What's happening, man?
What's going on with you?
So I'm from I went to A&T. I'm a proud alumni, and I must say, MEAC all day long. MEAC strong, MEAC all day long. We left the MEAC. Central is truly the truth. A lot of people, I've been listening for a while on the call, bro, a lot of people are not giving Central the credit that they deserve. Central is really like that.
Yeah,
I've seen it for myself 2 times this year in person. When we faced off, when they beat us, and A&T, we used to own the Celebration Bowl. Okay, that was out before we left the MEAC. We was the top HBCU. But Central beat us this year, and when I seen them play Winston-Salem State University, they destroyed them. That stiff arm y'all seen, I seen a lot of that by them this year. That was not that stiff arm. He's not the only one that caught that.
Right.
All right, so he should not feel that bad. And I love Jackson State. I love what Prime did for him and what he came for them. But as an Aggie alumni, we told Central, y'all only got one job. Your job is to never let this man walk away with that Celebration Bowl. He cannot do that. You cannot leave HBCU and take that. You can't take that, which they got to stay here. And they did their job. The job well done to Central. Coach Prime talked all your young long. They got unfinished business. Well, business job still ain't finished. Job still ain't done. And so he's taking a lot of them with him. I followed him a whole year long, and I was disappointed when he said he was going to leave. He's taking a lot of them Jackson State players with him. I'm very now curious to see how they going to do in that Power 5, because they can't stop the MEAC, because last year they got destroyed by South Carolina State. And South Carolina State ain't been top in the MEAC in a while. Like, they really not like that. And they destroyed that.
Whoa now. Don't do all that. I know you a rival. Don't do all that. Don't talk about my team like that.
I'm saying, come on.
Don't.
But they, like, South Carolina destroyed them. So I'm like, okay, we've seen them get to the biggest stage in HBCU, and they came up short twice. So I really just see, like, if Colorado is better, if they that much better, their competition is better, like, how well are y'all really gonna do? How well are they really gonna perform up there?
Right.
Those boys are supposedly faster, stronger, tougher, better players. Like, how well are they really gonna do when they go up to that next level against those boys?
We gonna find out.
Real bad if them boys go up there and get smacked.
We gonna definitely find out.
It's gonna look real bad, dog.
Yeah.
And Jackson State, I don't want to say it's over for y'all. Because I still believe. I was out before Deion, and a lot of people just own that Jackson State bandwagon just because of Deion. They never knew about HBCUs. They still don't care. I salute Jackson State. I think TC will have them back next year. And at least they'll be back in the SWAC championship next year. I think Coach TC will have them back in the SWAC championship next year.
Yes, sir. Hey. I appreciate you so much. I got to get to something, man. Thank you for calling. Did Kevin Coleman just post that? Somebody confirm that. Did Kevin Coleman just posted that he's staying in Jackson State? that he is committed to Jackson State. Please, somebody confirm that for me. Yeah, go to his page. You got to post in a pic. Somebody confirm that for me. Like, did he say it, or is he just saying like, oh, this was a good season and I love Jackson State, blah blah blah? Confirm that for me. Confirm, because if he's staying at Jackson State, that's big. That's big. If he's staying at Jackson State. But check this out. It has been 2 hours, man. Overall, this was a hell of a season. KC staying at JSU. Oh, all right. Well, hey, listen. Thank y'all. Listen, it has been a hell of a season. All right, this has been a hell of a game. More content is coming for y'all this offseason. I promise you, it will not stop. But, I got to go ahead and make this video because, I got to make this video because Kevin Coleman is staying, and that's big. So, listen, I love y'all. I love y'all so much for tuning in and showing out like how y'all did for this live. Again, if you are not subscribed, consider doing so. We are on the road to 20K. If you would like to donate to the channel, to the well-being of the channel, you can donate. You can see the Cash App for the channel is at the bottom. Money sign COBIORR, or whatever. Just help the channel out in some way. Whether you want to donate, like the stream, subscribe, I don't care. Share it. Tell somebody. Just get the word out. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. I really do. And look for this video because I'm about to get started on it. Peace. I'm out.